Hello everyone, welcome to the U.S. Embassy's Rose Garden. My name is Ryan Roberts. I'm the Public Affairs Officer here at the U.S. Embassy, and I'm so happy to have with us here Elizabeth OConnell. And Elizabeth is a Senior Associate Dean for Undergraduate Admissions at the University of Pennsylvania. Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, I'm delighted to be here in Tirana and be able to share some information about opportunities to study in the United States to the Albanian community.
For Albanian students or parents or others, what do you think that U.S. universities have to offer a student who might want to study in the United States?
I think the breadth coupled with the depth of the liberal arts can be very valuable. And it is also a great opportunity for students who have multiple academic interests or who have not defined their interests yet, because in the tradition of the liberal arts, one does not choose one specialization until the end of the second year, and it is still only part of the bachelor's degree.
So for an Albanian student, if they are not entirely sure what they want to study, that liberal arts education may give them that opportunity to do a little bit of exploring initially and then settle in on something.
Exactly. They can come in with an intention of studying economics or mathematics, but find in the process that maybe there's another field that they were not aware of. I think the beauty of on the average only having about a third of the degree be one specialization, and then the breadth that comes in some form of distributional requirement will expose students to a variety of different subjects. And then they have what we call free electives that can be up to a third of the degree, where they can choose different subjects, or they can choose a second area that they want to focus on, or what we call a minor specialization.
So, as you are making those selection processes, what is it that you look for in a student in general, but specifically international students, and what would make an international student competitive?
So first and foremost, one has to be an excellent student. But of course, if one is shifting the medium of instruction, English proficiency is very important. So a student has to do well on something like the TOEFL or IELTS to prove English proficiency as well.
Let's say they have decent grades, they have good test scores, English proficiency is good, they meet those technical maybe requirements, but what can they do to stand out?
Well, I think it's important to start early enough. It's good to start 2 years before you plan to enter, to do the research, to find the university that is the best fit.
So one of the challenges that I think some Albanian students may face in studying in the United States is the increasing cost of education. It's very expensive. What options are available for students?
The U.S. is a wonderful system for Albanian students because there are two different forms of funding available for undergraduates. One is what we call merit scholarships, where the university is admitting the student and giving them funding because they would like them there because of their talent. But then you have another form of funding, which we call need-based financial aid. In the United States, there is a tradition that parents contribute what they can afford for their sons or daughters' education. So with need-based financial aid, we do not just look at tuition and fees, but we also look at the entire cost of having this 4-year experience in and out of class, living on campus, books, supplies, engaging in activities, exchange programs, and everything that is involved over a 4-year period, asking the families to contribute what is reasonable, and then the balance will then be financial need, which the university will then assist in the form of a grant that you may call scholarship, but it is money that does not need to pay back.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for taking the time and speaking to our online audience. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much, and on behalf of American universities, we welcome your applications and hope you will enjoy the journey of this process.
Thank you.